My favorite thing to do is help people make their dreams come true. It's my favorite thing. I love talking about dreams, the ones you have while you're sleeping and the ones that are aspirational.
Yeah.
Of, I would love to, ... Let's do it. I'll help you. Let's get there.
Welcome back to What It's Like to Be You podcast. I'm so excited to introduce you to today's special guest, Dr. Liz, founder of Visionistas by Design, clinical psychologist, tarot card reader also, dream interpreter, relationship expert, facilitator of such unique circles where a community comes together. In the end of this video, I'll share Dr. Liz's website. Please check it out. There are so many exciting events coming up. And also, most importantly, what a beautiful and fascinating human being Dr. Liz. So I'm welcoming you now to experience what it's like to be in the presence of Dr. Liz. Come in, join me.
Okay.
So, Liz, thank you. Should I say Dr. Liz or Liz?
You could do either.
Yeah. You in my phone is a Dr. Liz.
You could do Dr. Liz.
Dr. Liz. Yeah. So, what's your PhD is about?
My PhD is in counseling psychology.
Oh.
So I was at Lehigh University at the master's program for counseling and human services while I was working as a teacher and going to school at night to get my counseling degree. And I loved it so much that I said, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. So I applied to transfer from the master's program into the PhD program, and I was on the waiting list. And I got it.
Yeah.
I got accepted. It was a great celebration and really a great opportunity for me to pursue this amazing work that we do.
Oh, wow. So you were a teacher before that?
I was a teacher. I taught Spanish.
Really? Oh, so
Yes.
¿Cómo estás?
Estoy muy bien. ¿Y tú?
See, this is as far as it goes.
One of the best things I've ever done in my life is study abroad.
Oh.
I studied for my junior year in college in Valencia.
Oh, I've been there last year.
Isn't it amazing?
Oh my God.
So I'm jealous because I have not been back since 2000. I was there in 99 to 2000. Oh, it was amazing. It was so amazing. And I tell every college student, so if you have a college student or you are one, if you can study abroad, even if it's for a couple weeks, 6 weeks, they have programs. I did a year and I loved it so much. It is one of the most amazing experiences. It teaches us so much in an experiential way, when we experience something, we live it.
Yeah.
We learn our space in this vast world and universe. It was incredible.
Oh. So that kind of brings us to your practice.
Yeah.
I can already see that. So what is it like to be with you in the room as a client?
That's a good question. I wonder sometimes what they think.
Yeah. Have you ever asked?
What it's like. I do.
Yeah.
One of the things I love to do is cultivate presence. And that has a lot to do with my work, is helping people. Yes, we look back. We look back into our life and beyond, into experiences and values and family and things like that, in order to learn and understand where are blocks, where are the wounds, what can be healed, where can we grow, and bring that into the room in the present moment. So I will say, what is it like right now in this space? What are you feeling in your body? We do a lot of grounded work, somatic work. Just as importantly as looking back, we look forward into the future of what is the vision, what is the dream. My favorite thing to do is help people make their dreams come true. It's my favorite thing. I love talking about dreams, the ones you have while you're sleeping and the ones that are aspirational.
Yeah.
Of, I would love to, ... Let's do it. I'll help you. Let's get there. So yeah, I like to go back, go forward, and really recognize the power of presence, of being still and tapping into the energy of this moment for the journey of healing and growing.
Oh, it sounds so exciting. I would love to experience that. So if I was a client, for instance, let's say it's our like 10th session, what usually, do you have a structure? Like, what does it look like? Or is whatever?
It's very, I am very unstructured as far as the therapy process goes. I have always been person-centered and allow the client to start the session. I have a lot going on in the background of my mind and my own tapping in on the energy.
Yeah.
And so I will use that to help guide the session, help guide the client towards their dreams, towards their goals coming true. But to begin, they lead. They're the leaders. And it's powerful because I give them some idea, right? Orienting them to the process early on in the work, and saying, some people will come in and tell me insights that came up or thoughts. A lot of times when we're driving, we have these like aha moments. Those are the moments. Bring those in, or tell me about a struggle, or tell me about a celebration. Tell me about a dream you had. I love those. My clients do know
that you like the dream.
When they come in with a dream, they're like, I have a dream for you.
Oh, that's so
Some
fun.
of them. And then they know I love that, and they know the power of it. So that the power of tapping into what messages the dreams bring from the subconscious, the unconscious, the information that's like looming, whether it's been shoved there or it's just like hasn't been ready, hasn't been the time to come to the surface. So yes, I let them lead, but I have a lot of tools in my box that I use and employ as it fits with the client's energy and their goals.
Okay. But I'm curious, like, what do you use as a guide? How do you help people to understand the hidden message?
So I love that. And I love that I don't know all of them because there's so many different ways. There's not just one way. So my work in dreams is very much informed by, I loved Sigmund Freud when I was learning about psychology, from that lens of what I now know is it started way before Sigmund Freud and the interpretation of dreams, but that was something when I was in school and when I was growing up, was one of the things that I learned in my family that was okay to talk about dreams in a way that was acceptable. So I always did and always shared them with my family and my friends, and my family and friends share them with me. There were other things that were a little bit more off limits that because of I grew up in a very strict religious culture. So things that are more in the psychic realm or the medium realm or things we can't prove scientifically or from the Bible. We're kind of off limits. They are no longer off limits to me now as I'm growing and learning just the power of tapping into the collective unconscious. So Carl Jung, and his work is a big informant of how I practice. But the actual model that I use, my signature formula for dreams is based partly on Clara Hill's work, who, do you know her?
Okay. Yes.
She's amazing. Where she talks about like the images, she gave us step-by-step formula, and sometimes people need that. I love to be able to be free and open, but I've learned, some people love structure, and so they love like a boom, 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 which she provides. So I have it loosely based on Hill and other, other pioneers in the dream world, and recognize that some of it is, I don't know where it comes from. It's kind of from that tapping into my ancestry, my different iterations of my soul and where my journey has been. Whether that I can say like, oh, this came from here. I can't always do that, but I use that in my work of like, I'm feeling we need to go in this direction, and I'm going to trust my intuition or trust that energy there.
Your intuition. So how do clients react? Because do you guide them? This is what they experience like to work with Dr. Liz? Are they prepared, or is it certain type of people you already know, hey, we're gonna work together?
Earlier on in my work, I was not, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
So now I do believe people find me because they have either seen what I do on my website or on YouTube or different places that they have found me through, and they're like, oh, I resonate with her and I want to work with her. And I love that, because now people will come to me and they typically will have a problem or something they want to work on that has to do with love and relationships. That's my jam. And they are open to the process of going below the surface of dreams and intuition and that tapping into the psychic energy. So I do orient them to that work. If they bring in a dream, I'll talk to them about the process of exploring it, find out what they think dreams mean, because some people don't believe dreams have any meaning, and then that's okay. That's their belief. Everybody has the choice to believe what they want. Right? There's not just one way to learn and heal and grow, and that's the beauty of the work that we do. It's so rich and so diverse. So when someone brings something to me, I will see where they want to go with it and let them know it is up to them, and we do the work in line with their beliefs, but it's important that they know what those beliefs and those values are.
So let's say they're not so much into dreams, but they're open to spiritual interpretation of their life experiences, right? You still can make 100%. It work. So, what if they're like this rational, logical person who's like, oh, I'm sorry, but they really like your energy?
Yeah, I have those too.
Yeah?
Yes, I work with a lot of rational, and I do believe that that's part of when we think of ourselves as individuals as parts of a whole, is I have aspects of my own personality and brain that can operate on the rational, the grounded, scientific. I grew up being very much like, prove it. Show me the evidence. I don't believe you. So I have both, and I believe that is a blessing and a magic of the work, because I can operate on both, and I help people understand their capacity, because everybody has it. It's just on different levels, is what I believe. We all have the capacity to be in touch with the spiritual realm. Some people are more inclined to and open to it than others. And it's not my goal to make you open to it, but to let you know this is here. If you're curious, and I've had people go, I'm curious, but I'm scared, and we work with that in timing.
Oh, wonderful. So people who, let's say, believe in the spirituality, believe in dreams, if they're rational, they can have a space with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what we talk about is, we can get very much like, here are the behaviors, here are the thoughts, here are the emotions, here's what's happening in your body, right? All of that is relevant. So I talk about things on the levels of body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. That is the encompassing scope of the work that I do. And we start at that body level, right? We're grounded in our bodies. Our bodies have been with us our whole life, and that we learned so much from the body, that's a foundational piece. And everybody has a body, so everybody knows, right? Like if I'm like, where are you feeling that? But that sometimes is a part of the work, is getting them more in touch with feeling in their body, to know, what is my body telling me? What is the message my body wants me to hear, understand, and use towards changing the behavior, right? That is the goal of the work, when with everybody, but with those who are more rational, it's recognizing you're not here to be changed who you are. We're not changing you. But what we know is some of the behaviors that you have used to survive, to adapt to your life and environment were healthy and necessary at one point. And over time, you realize actually they're not that healthy anymore. They're not that adaptive anymore. We can get stuck in patterns because they're familiar rather than adaptive. So then it's like, okay, let's look at the behavior and rational. It's very
rational mind can understand. Yes.
A rational person can say like, oh, this is my behavior. Okay, I could change that if I want, right? And sometimes it's like, do they want to? Do they not want to? And so, I would say that's an approach that is helpful for the people who are less, inclined to go to the subconscious or go to the spiritual or go to the those areas of information that you just can't see.
Makes so much sense, because the rational mind, you can say, like what you say, your existing patterns seem like they no longer create this healthy lifestyle that you want to. So let's break it down, see which one needs upgrade, which one maybe need erase from your hard drive.
Absolutely. Yes.
And then I love the way wow, all right, so that's good to know. You can find a way how to think through different energies. Yes, wonderful. And I wonder also, because your work is so unique, right? Dream interpretation. You're also a psychologist, right? You also do quite a few things.
I do.
I'd love to get. What is the biggest misconception you've noticed people may have? Like with my work with hypnosis, it's immediately, oh, you're gonna make me do stuff, and it's not about the fixing or change. It's more like I'll help you to tune with your energy, with your voice, with your soul, with your actual mind, not the influence mind. So on your end, what if you noticed?
That's a great question. One of the biggest blocks that I notice to the work that I love and am passionate about doing is that we have as human beings a misconception that we don't need to do anything until something's broken. Right? So in the therapy realm, where my experience as a therapist, psychologist, therapist has been, people come to me when they have a problem and they need to fix it. And I have a lot of energy around, hey, let's boost wellness and healthy relationships with self and others now. Let's not wait until something is broken before we're working on identifying these patterns that keep us stuck. And so that has been a challenge that I have encountered in my work. I have a podcast as well that is what it was designed to do. It's called Empowered by Design, and it's empowering people to take a proactive, healthy approach to their life.
To design their life.
In a holistic way. Just like we have to get our if you have a car that uses gasoline and oil, you have to go get your oil changed every couple of thousands of miles. And not because something's broken yet, but to prevent it from breaking down, to allow the engine to keep filtering so that the engine is running smoothly and filtering things the correct way, so that it doesn't break. We do that with our bodies, our minds, our heart, soul, spirit as well. And that it's not only therapy, it's not just therapy, but it's hypnosis, it's acupuncture, it's getting a massage, it's being in nature, it's nurturing our relationships with other people, singing, dancing, like doing all these things that bring us joy, putting joy first. Right?
I was just gonna say, I think it's a whole new thing. It's just recent, the trauma conference. I missed that part because there was just so many interesting classes, but one of them was something about train yourself how to be to experience positive emotions again, because we forget
Yes.
what it's like. We know how to do sadness, we know how to do anxiety, disappointment, but we forget, like what you just said, the joy, this whole craft of joy.
Yeah, people are afraid of joy,
Yeah.
right? Because sometimes joy gives us a space to let our guard down, and that's
Oh, I never thought about that. You're right.
and we're used to, we're culturally programmed to like zip it up, you know, like it's got to be
jinx,
on,
yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
when we practice presence, and I saw this recent post video that it was very much about debunking the effort. I love positive psychology, but there is such a thing of toxic positivity, where it's not so much looking at making sure all your thoughts are positive, because our brain can detect when we're lying to ourselves, right?
Oh my God,
If
yeah,
we're
especially-
nervous.
yes,
So it was
yeah.
very much, I'm also a peak performance specialist, so I love helping people perform at their peak level, be excellent with confidence. And so it gave an example of like if you're going up to the plate as a baseball or softball player, and you're like, I'm great, I'm gonna hit a home run. Your brain knows like, well, yeah, sometimes you're great, but you're not always great. And so the mechanism for performing at your peak level is to be present and say, I'm confident, I can feel my feet on the ground, I have hit a baseball or softball before, I know I can do it. And the more neutral thoughts of presence actually help us perform more consistently at our peak level than if we're cheerleading ourselves into something that's not always accurate.
So it's called peak performance.
Peak performance.
Peak performance. There's another thing. Peak
Another
performance.
thing I do.
Well, I never heard the definition. I love it, because I just had somebody asking me about that before their important meeting, how to do it.
I love that.
Yeah, and I love how you said, because I was doing grounding as well.
Yes.
But the way you just explain it, because the brain in that moment, you already have so much pressure, I need to perform. Now you say, you're gonna perform because you're amazing. And the brain's like, what if? Because there's a situation. And then you put pressure, and then...
Sure.
Of course,
because what if the projector doesn't work, or the internet goes down, and then my slides are gone, right? That can happen. But in those moments, it's not about it's about the performance. It's also about the recovery and how you handle something that doesn't go well. So if you're on that field and you strike out or you make an error, right? If we're going with the baseball softball analogy, then that happens. We're human. And if you can't handle it because you've been telling yourself, I'm going to hit a home run, I'm going to catch every ball that comes to me, you're not prepared as well to handle the adversity of a mistake, right? Or a snafu with the technology or the weather, whatever might traffic jam and you're late. So if you are in those moments already practiced in presence, right? This is why proactive approach matters, because we can't just all of the sudden in a traffic jam be like, okay, let me be present. If you've never tried it before, it's not going to work that well for you. But because you have intentionally said, let me practice being present. Let me use my breath in this moment. What do I know to be true right now? I'm sitting on this blue couch. There's pillows around. I'm with my friend Julia, right? Like those are the things that help us practice being present for the joy now, not missing the moments of joy. And that because we've practiced it, we've wired the brain to be present even when something unexpected, stressful happens, and it's like, oh, the lights went out. All right, my slides are gone, or I'm not prepared for this situation, but hey, my feet are on the floor. I have my breath, and I can keep going because I'm okay.
It's kind of building that self-trust.
Yes, building the trust muscle.
Trust, versus constantly pushing and expect. Because expectation means you don't fully trust and you have to continually build up versus I'm just here. And that's enough. I'm enough. I'm enough.
I'm enough.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Love that. Thank you for sharing. High peak performance. And go a little bit deeper into questions and a little bit deeper into the window. There's so many questions I want to ask. Let's see. What have your clients taught you?
Oh, what have my clients taught me? I love that question so much. And I share that with them.
Yeah.
I share that in a way. It's kind of important as therapists to how we tell that, how we share that with clients.
Yeah.
They come to us for help, and it is a journey of trust building with love.
Yeah.
And so I help them love themselves. I see the parts that are hiding, that are scared to come out.
Yeah.
And we find them together. And then they share these amazing parts of themselves, the pain as well as the celebrations. And it's like the most amazing form of connection. I've learned from my clients to be brave, to be courageous, to be truthful and honest, and how me showing up in those ways is so important for them to show up in those ways. That the biggest gift I can give to them is being present and authentic. And that doesn't mean I'm saying every single thing that comes into my mind, you know, because there's timing, are they ready to hear this? And sometimes we have to test that and kind of see, like, where are we? But when they show up and they come with that authentic energy, it's such a gift. It's the most rewarding. When I will tell them, when you don't want to come to therapy, that's when you need to come, and go the extra step and say, I didn't want to come today. And I'm like, and they do. And I'm like, amazing, because that's an easy, for some of them it's not easy, but it's an understandable and digestible truth for them to practice. Then potentially going a little further and saying, this is something I haven't shared before. This is something I've been holding on to for way too long. And sometimes for the truth to come to the surface that they weren't even aware of. Right? So, yeah, what a gift.
What a gift.
What a gift.
Yeah. So as you've been doing this work now for, I don't know how many years.
Almost, I want to say, okay, so I know because 18 years. 18 years that I've been in the therapy room learning it and doing it. Yeah, so which is wonderful in our work. We have to practice it before we're licensed, before we're graduated, right? And so we have that very important structure of being supervised and taught and mentored. And so my first formal giving therapy counseling experience in my training program was 18 years ago.
18 years. So then I'm curious, because in these 18 years, including the practicum, all these internships, all the professional development you've done, all the stories you heard, because you heard probably hundreds and hundreds of stories, what are you still learning as a human?
So much.
Yeah, so much.
I'm learning so much. I will always be learning.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Always,
that's a good
always.
idea.
I will always be learning. Sometimes I'm like, do I really have to learn a lesson again? But, that is life. I am learning to trust myself, to know that I too am a soul on a journey. That's emotional. And that sometimes change has to happen in order to fulfill the purpose that we are here for. And so I have made changes in my professional career
Yeah.
trajectory, and in that I do therapy, and I love therapy. I also do other things that are beyond the therapy space. I do talks, and I do workshops, and I do circles, and I do card readings and intuitive readings and things that, in addition to the therapy work, they're different, right? There's a boundary there. This is a different kind of work. And that if you come to me, you know what you're getting, right? That is necessary for my light to keep burning at a brightness that can give, not go out. Because I am a person who thrives on the change, the new, the sparkly, shiny next thing, in addition to the thing that I love so much. So I do a lot.
Yes.
I do a lot.
Yeah.
But I have also learned sometimes to close some doors. So, the podcast, I'm not recording new episodes of my podcast, but there's so many there that have beautiful information for people to learn and grow. So that was a door I needed to shut in order to go down a new avenue in my journey.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning. I will always be learning.
So what you're learning about humanity, about you from the work you're doing, because it's always learning.
Always.
Continue learning.
Yeah.
Continue learning. What are your thoughts about humans after all the stories you heard, all the work all the guidance you provided, and plus all the modality you use? Because I hear you just like, let's say CBT, the traditional psychoanalysis, and so on. That's not the only way. You also do tarot reading and so on. Something that pushed you there, because what the human tell you? Why do we need this a lot more to understand ourselves, right? There's no one way.
Yeah, there's no one way. When you first asked the question, my thought was, what do I know about humanity is strength, resilience, magic. Those are the words.
Resilience and magic.
It's
so interesting. Resilience and magic.
I will tell you, I had just this morning, a meditation. I meditate daily. I make sure that most days, I am spending the first 45 minutes plus, sometimes, depending on what I have, in time and space with myself, in meditation, in reflection, in journaling, in channeling, in order to really make sure that I'm the best me that shows up wherever I go, at work, in my family, in my relationships, for myself. And there was this thing I'm learning from that as well. And a message came of like, this word broken came to me. And it was new for me, because I don't feel, I have experienced trauma. I've experienced life situations that have, in those moments, made me feel broken, and I've done the healing work. What is beautiful about the healing work, whether it's therapy or all the other things we can do, is that when we enter a new season of life, those things, although addressed therapeutically or healed for that time, can come back up and say, hey, there's some more work to be done here. So this word broken was kind of like, oh, that I haven't felt that consciously, yet it's here, so I must look at it. What does that mean? And I took it to my own therapist, and we were talking about that, plus I had a few dreams. There was a lot to be talked about, and what we landed on at the end was such a beautiful lesson of one of my purposes in this world, in this life, is to inspire and shine a light with love for others. And why I can do that in a way that resonates with people is because I have been broken, and I have worked to heal and grow and heal and grow.
Yeah.
And so I don't hide that aspect of myself. I don't hide the cracks that have been filled with gold.
It's filled with gold. Yeah.
I know, whether I'm consciously saying I have experienced this hardship, or it's here in my energy to say I get it. I get what you're going through on some level, even if I didn't experience that exact thing. In our shared humanity, we are all at times broken. And we all have the opportunity to heal those broken parts, to grow, to learn. And when we do that work, it connects us, it unites us, and it makes us know, like, I got you, girl. I know what I know, I see you. I hear you, I feel you. And that is just so amazing. Like, I love it.
So that ability to break, but also to heal.
Yeah.
That we as a human, that's unite us from all the stories you heard.
To break, sometimes bend, right? Like sometimes it's not a complete break, but it's like a, oh.
Yeah.
And we have the capacity, that's the beauty. We have resilience. We have the capacity to heal and grow, and not in solitude, but together. Together, right? I didn't sit in my room and stop there. I took it out to my therapist. I talked to you. I'm sharing it because I know that I am a vessel of meant to learn things from the top, from the bottom, from the earth, from the heavens, and share it. Because why keep it in, right? It's helpful for others. It's helpful for me. It's helpful for you.
Yeah. Beautiful lesson about humans. So let's say if somebody woke up tomorrow and they were Dr. Liz, well, first of all, Liz as a human, what would be so extraordinary for them that is so ordinary for you?
Oh, I love that question. I would say the delight in the darkness and the light. So I am a complex soul that can sit with the deepest emotions of pain and horror. And I'm okay there. We have to be.
Yeah.
And I love the exhilaration of life, the joy, the gratitude, the love of life.
Yeah.
And I can and do both very well. And I would say that would be the gift.
The gift.
Yeah.
To be in both places.
Both. Yeah.
And being, sounds like in harmony with both.
Oh, harmony.
There's no
yes.
fight with darkness.
Right. Sometimes I definitely have to monitor.
Yeah. Into the helicopter.
Right, okay, like being like, okay, let's look at meta, right?
Yes.
Like metacognition, meta experience of, because there have been times when you can get stuck in one or the other, right? Like stuck in the darkness, and I've experienced that, like, oh, and then I'm taking on the energy that I'm like, is this mine or is this somebody else's? Right? Right?
Yes,
We carry it
as
healers. As healers, we absorb sometimes for others. We're the vessel holding it for someone who's in our realm, whether it's in our life or in our work, that is too much for them to hold on their own. And we're like, give it, come on, I got you, I got this for you. Yes. But then we must, as healers, learn to navigate, to see it, and to learn how to let it go, and then nurture, right? To give it back to the earth and spend time in nature. Engage in self-care, right? Self-care is, it's a word that some people are like, oh, it's overused, yet we cannot ignore it. No. It's so deep and so necessary in our work. Yeah.
Speaking of self-care, but also self-healing, what does it mean to you? And if you could give, not an advice, but just a glimpse of what it's like to be your own healer for you.
Yes. What came to my mind was, I don't know if I'm getting the quote right, but it was like, healer, heal thyself, right? Teacher, teach thyself, right? There's that recognition of why we are good at healing is because we have engaged in the healing process of ourselves. What does that mean to me? What does healing myself mean to me?
Yeah, maybe even more in practical rituals.
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, I would say I have definitely asked for help, even though that can be uncomfortable. So as I've answered, I go to therapy myself. I ask for support from my family, my friends, my partner, my circles.
Yes.
I am careful, careful and deliberate in who I surround myself with, who I let in to the deepest, darkest, lightest parts of me, because I am a deep feeler. I love, love, love connecting. It's my favorite thing to do. And that isn't for everybody. And I'm not for everybody. So I would say healing involves, as we know for me, not just healing when something is broken, but preventing the breaks from happening by taking care of myself physically, putting good things into my body, and also balancing it with fun. I'm big into fun. I just heard myself this morning say to my son, who's going off to help with a youth baseball camp, and I said, have fun. And I was like, I say that a lot. And my mom said it a lot, or says it still a lot. And I'm like, that's a value for me. Personality-wise, right? Have fun. Put joy first in life.
You would think so. It's such a simple...
It's such a value for me, is fun and delight, connection. And so these are the things that, in addition to the ritual of taking the time for myself in my mornings, and then I have a favorite spot in my yard, the trees. I have these 2 trees. I talk to the trees. I go out and like, hey, gorgeous, how are you doing, girls? Really? I talk to them. Yeah. Oh my God. It's like my kids will see me from the window, like there goes mom again with the trees. But they love it, and I've noticed them start to do it. Yes, I've noticed my children, more my son than my daughter, spending time outside in the morning before he starts his day. It's something I've newly noticed. So to me, I'm like, it's working. Like, it's working for me, and we're models for the people that we love.
We're models, yes, yeah.
So, I have these 2 trees. One's a thicker tree and one's a skinnier tree, but they're like right by each other, so I can touch both of them at the same time. And there is a power in connecting with nature, and not only connecting, but being witnessed connecting. Yeah. The sky witnessing us connect with the trees, with the ground, with the animals, and hearing the birds. I love.
Oh, you just took me there.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So in the morning when I do my morning ritual inside, but I open the windows in the room. I have to go in a different room. I'm by myself, all by myself. Everybody knows this is my meditation space. I open the windows, and I've gotten in trouble a couple times if I forgot to shut the windows, because then either the heat escapes if it's winter, or the air escapes if it's summer. But I'm very intentional. I have to shut the windows too. But I hear the birds, and I feel the breeze of the trees. I'm with them, even though I'm inside through the screen. And those are the things that I do for my own healing. It's healing when it's broken. Ask for the help and go to the doctor, go to the therapist, go to my mom, go to my partner, go to my friends, and ask for the help that I need, and seek the information and seek the healing practice, and proactively set up life to be as delightful and healthy as it can be, and prevent those as much as we can. We know that we can't prevent it all, right?
Yes.
One of the things I talk about is like, we're going to get rid of the stress we can get rid of, but we know we can't get rid of it all, and we shouldn't, because it's not all bad.
Yeah.
It's part of life.
Yeah.
And nature teaches us that as well. Those cycles of the moon. I love the moon. I'll dance with the moon. New moon energy today. Yes, I love that. As we're filming, as we're chatting, we are in the new moon energy, which is so amazing. I do have a ritual each new moon and full moon. I listen to a specific meditation and journal around the energy of the new moon, right? What seeds are being planted, what has changed, happened, what growth has occurred, what tests have arisen in the last cycle, and what's coming. And same with the full moon. There's this energy, and what can we get from that as well, like receive and also give in those moments.
I love how when we did the last time our session, right, you mentioned about the moon, what it was like. I actually checked moon because I never looked what it's in, and it's in Gemini this month, and it was so interesting to dive deeper because I'm a moon child, Cancer.
Me too.
Oh,
wait, when is your birthday?
July 12th. Don't tell me.
July 8th.
Okay.
We're Cancer.
Oh my God! I can't believe it.
How did we not know? We knew. Our souls knew.
Because it's like you're talking about the moon, you're talking about the dreams, and yet you're a psychologist. There is something, either Scorpio or a Cancer. Or
I'm Cancer.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying like the energy. Because Scorpio is also pretty connected.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole other fruits. But hi, Cancer. Oh my God. So okay, we'll talk about birthdays. Okay.
Birthdays.
Wow. So.
Well, you were saying you checked into the moon.
Yes, and I actually woke up last night. At 2:30 a.m. because my foster cats and my cat mama with 4 babies, they're so cute, keeping all of them. My husband's like, we're not doing foster anymore because now we have 6 cats. And then I'm like, okay, well, I woke up, I heard her, so I probably should do my new moon ritual, which I've been wanting to do now for years. My mom always tells me this is a special moon, like, I keep the moon in mind, but I decided to why not to turn into it in something empowering and do a reset on new moon and the full moon, because I feel each of them.
Yes.
I started this year noticing how the moon impacts my productivity. So I feel when the new moon coming, I'm energized. I do everything in the new moon phase until it's full moon. This is my productive, and then I crash. And I used to think it's my
menstrual cycle.
Yeah, mood disorder. I'm like, okay, maybe I have bipolar. I don't know, overdiagnose myself. But then as I start noticing, I'm like, oh, I prepare a lot when the moon go waning, right? And so I decided to even reframe. Instead of I'm getting depressed and now don't want to do anything, I'm like, I'm just preparing my energy. And then I'm
preserving it, yeah.
Completely. The idea of depression, of all of that immediately shifted into something. I'm harnessing my energy, because when we get depressed, it's just basically our whole body tells you, girl or boy, you overdid it. You need a break. That's why. But I was just wondering, do you have that relationship with the moon for a while?
Yeah. Without knowing it consciously.
The same, without knowing. Yes.
I learned about I love this. I love this so much, because going back to what I was talking about in religious culture, there is also a disconnect from the astrology and even nature, right? In some way. And exactly what you said, instead of recognizing our mood shifts, our energy shifts as part of a cycle that is here.
But part of it, yes.
It's not, we're not making it up.
Yeah, the same as winter.
Right.
Yeah, you prepare.
That over time, whether it's religion or capitalism or the medical model of let's pathologize.
That was good. Yeah, pathologize.
Thank you for the word.
Love that.
Pathologize everything and throw medication at it. No, how about if we look at what's going on in our energy? Because exactly. There's cycles and there's dips and there's absolutely the things that we need to because we have the information. And that's the part where I'm like, we cannot disconnect and say, you can't study that, you shouldn't talk about that. It's like, why? Right? And when we dig deep, we understand some of why other people have made things off limits, and it's mostly due to fear and wanting to control and have power or take power away from certain people, like women, less underrepresented communities, because of fear. And so I love this. So consciously, I didn't grow up with a knowledge or even a script. I didn't grow up with that baseline knowledge of that stuff, but I knew my body was feeling it. And as I started to learn about my spiritual gifts that had been pathologized, I was opening up to all of these other things. And I have a friend who's a very close friend who does astrology, and she's like, I always knew you were tapped in, even though you didn't know you were tapped in, right? Because she knew she's an astrologer, so she knows all of this stuff, and helped me learn it more. So I have so much to learn, but it's fascinating to me to understand how the planets and the energies and the moon and the sun and the earth all have so much to teach us, and it's right here for us.
It's right here. Yeah,
and we don't have to go far.
No, right?
Look, see it, go outside.
Yeah, exactly. Feel like the seasonal depression, right? If you think logical, why do we have to give diagnoses now when nature says, guys, I need to take a break.
Shut down.
And it's okay if you get a little bit homebody. It doesn't mean you have to be pathologized and now you have, I'm not talking about severe cases, of course, but generally speaking, like what you said, follow the nature lead. She's right here to teach us. But what we do, we fight it and trying to create something else that is not natural. We forget to this whole point, like the idea of taking all these extra chemicals, creative chemicals, instead of let's follow the nature lead even with diet. What we can preserve, let's eat that. Why do we need to create all this other stuff? That's a whole other topic.
It is. I know. There's another whole topic about the very fine line between pathology and supernatural gifts, right? Like that that is also over time, as things are pathologized over time and centuries, then it becomes like ingrained in the culture and responded to in ways that don't foster connection. There was a study I remember reading about people who are diagnosed with schizophrenia or serious mental illness, and the power of community and village helping to alleviate symptoms, right? Because it's about the behaviors then that are like, people are locked away because their behaviors are unhealthy. And yes, sometimes we must separate people who are being a danger to themselves or others when we know this. And it's like there is a part of me that wishes we had a time travel to go back and be like, can we heal it sooner, right?
Yes.
But we can't. So we're healing it now.
Yeah.
We're doing what we can now to. It's so amazing because we're coming home to a much more primitive
Yes.
type of thinking, where we're saying, let's let the moon show us.
Yes.
Let's let the sun tell us what to do. Let's align our actions with the seasons.
Yes.
And so we have these technological advances which have, made leaps and bounds in our humanity, yet also it has to be in balance.
Yeah, absolutely. And even like talking about, let's say, mental health institutions, right? Well, when you mention humanistic approach there, because again, I'm so inspired by this trauma conference event recently. We were talk about that, how inhumane you put person there to help them, but then you do everything you can not to help them, like restrict, of course, disconnect, disconnect from, and of course, they're just going to deteriorate. Yeah, and also another point you brought it up, as you're going through this journey, right, as a human, first of all, right, and it seems like you obviously more than psychologist, more than therapist, more than that. If putting all the titles away, all the titles, and like what you're saying, we're getting into the core as the humans, and it seems like this is where we're going, not our roles any longer. And this is, I don't know what your thoughts about AI, but I think it kind of helps us to understand a little bit more who we are behind all the tasks, as we are assigning a lot of tasks, or some of us, I assign a lot of tasks to that, basic ones. So you start having space. Oh, this is who I am actually. I don't know. Have you met yourself lately?
I love that. When you talked about stripping away the titles and the roles and disconnecting from how we define ourselves. I am this, I am that, I'm a woman, I am married, I'm a mother, I'm a psychologist, I'm a healer, I'm a mystic. When we put those to the side, what came was just light. Like there's a light inside that I know is here to shine for me and for others. This power of authenticity, right? Like that is what I feel is the titles are here because that's a part of me that was energized to go to grad school, to have children, to get married, to start a business, to do all of these things, because a part of me was energized by that. And so although we can put them to the side and say what's left, when you move those to the side, they come back. They come back because we're human and we are in a vessel. We are with titles. We are with others. So I love that, and I just love the ability of our beautiful, big, beautiful minds to be able to put things on the shelf for a moment of like, have you met yourself lately?
Yeah.
Disconnected or distanced from all of those things. Like what's here? What's left? What's driving it all is love and light for me.
For you.
Yeah.
Love and light.
And I want to say like, and the balance of being okay in the darkness, right? So it's not all, like some people are like, are you really that happy all the time? And I'm like, no, you should see me in the car sometimes. I'm screaming, so it's like, I'm not the person who's going to be like, I'm always up in this, sky with sunshine and rainbows. I am the one to be like, no, I'm sometimes like really down and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I know how to handle it. And if I don't, I ask for help.
So you learn how to ask for help.
I did. And it's not always easy. There's still times when I'm like, my daughter has said to me verbatim, why do you not let people help you?
She said that?
Yes. And I'm like, okay, thank you for that feedback. Because it's always a challenge, right? Even though we can ask for help, there are
receive
times
it.
when we get in our own way. I get in my own way sometimes. And so it's, again, being able to have relationships with people who are going to tell me the truth. Be like, Mom, what are you doing? And friends who do that, and just people that love me enough to give me the honest truth of, hey, I'm seeing this in you. What's going on? And I'm like, okay, sometimes that stings, but what I've set up or intentionally set up in my life is surrounding myself with people who love me, and we share the love with each other, so that I can trust that if they're telling me something, it's coming from a place of love. Not everyone, right? And that's the part, we have to recognize there are going to be people out there who are going to hurt us because of their own pain.
Love that. You just brought it up. Because of their own pain.
Yeah.
It's kind of the connection.
Yeah. And that's been a lesson.
Yeah.
Very, very challenging for me to not take personally the actions of others that is coming from their wounded place, their place of pain.
Yeah. Beautifully said. Yes, that especially because you do relationship, and I can just see how many people get so encouraged by you to really understand, hey, this is their journey, and it happened. Their journey carries a lot of heavy weight that they can't even elicit that joy. They don't have a space for joy, for understanding, for compassion. So let's don't take it personally, so you don't take this baggage on you. Yeah, that's the hardest one sometimes in relationship. Yeah. Just last question.
Okay.
From everything we discussed and everything you experience, what it's like to be you?
What is it like to be me? It's fun. It is fun to be me. I really have a lot of fun.
I had a feeling you're gonna say that.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're psychic.
I'm psychic.
You know that. Yeah, in fact, I'm also like, there's a part of me that wants to like pull a card, and are you okay with that?
Yes, please.
I'm also a person who takes those risks and asks the questions that sometimes it's like, just ask. And that's also can be challenging, but it's what it's like to be me is fun. Sometimes it's tormenting too, because I have the capacity for all of the energies, and so it can feel overwhelming.
Yeah. I hear you on that.
For sure.
Oh my God, sorry. It just all made sense. Cancer energy, because I'm always torn apart because there's just so many ideas. When I remember I just met you and I went onto your website, I'm like, oh, I dig her, because I'm like, I see there are a lot of things going on and they're all great. And okay, anyway, I just made connection. Okay, anyway, so when you say
that is also what it's like to be me, is to be so energized by connecting with others, like sitting with you and chatting. I could do this for hours, days. And we're connected beyond just this time and space. And I know we are, but like that we share that bond of prioritizing and nurturing the depths of human connection. And it's human and spiritual, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Human beyond the body.
Yeah. So can we do a card pull?
Yes,
okay.
Please.
So I'm gonna shuffle up this deck. Is my Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. I would say, well, as you know, archetypes are people, places, concepts that transcend time, space, culture. They have meaning inherent in themselves. Yet, as in psychology, in mental health, in life, we see something and we project our own meaning on it. So this card pulls are fun, they're mystical, they're magical, and in a psychological way. I love to blend psychology and mysticism in that I could pull a card and show it to you, and you have meaning from your experience, your life, your values. And I look at the same card and I see my own meaning based on my values, my vision, my life experiences and culture. And so let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. And I always love to so I spread them out. And I'm going to ask us to take a deep breath. Let me move my water.
Okay.
And I think I have the sense of what this card will bring is some just extra little delight and depth of meaning for this conversation. So I'll just take a moment and be with the energy. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, the animal. Oh, I love it.
21.
I love this. Yeah. So card 19, the animal. And you can see from, like, if you look at it close and then look at it far away, right? There's different aspects of it. What comes up, so what I ask people to do is like, what comes up for you when you see this? You looked at the number, we looked at the word, we looked at the colors, the image. And then my projection on this, well, let me ask you first. What did you think?
I'm so curious about your projection.
I'll tell you.
Okay, I misread the number. So it's 19.
19.
19. Wait, 19. 1 plus, it's 10. Wait.
Yeah.
10. 1.
One.
Makes more sense now. Okay. So as I see the eye, for me, always interpretation of wisdom, of seeing you for who you are. And the eye is blue, reflects sky. And so that's I see for who you are. I see you for who you are, you are in depth. Behind all this darkness, because around the eye there is this line, and sometimes it can be misinterpreted. But also number one, wisdom, the opportunity, the start, and the flowers. Oh, I see you through your flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, I love. Well, this is what I see.
I love that. So for me, one of my spirit guides is a wolf. And I see that in this card, right? That the animal archetype is raw and powerful, fierce when it needs to be, yet also docile and loving and calm and in tune with nature and the earth, right? There's nature here around the eye. There is an animalistic energy within each of us. We can tap into it as we are connected. We can fight it if we're afraid of it. And that's valid at times. Yet this card for me and for our conversation is truly, truly inviting us to get primal, get deep, tap into the energy that fuels you and allows you to be your authentic self and connected, right? Animals, especially wolves, I just see that they travel in packs. They care for one another. They're deeply connected in a spiritual sense. They care for us. They protect us. They protect each other. And we are being called in this time and in this space, in this season of life, to be seen as authentic, to take this invitation to see yourself not as broken, but as beautiful.
I love that. Such deep meaning. And I love the perception. It's so different.
Yes.
You know, it's so weird. I saw bird eye.
Oh, I
You know,
love
somehow it was
it.
bird, and you saw wolf.
I saw wolf.
Yeah.
You saw bird. Right?
That's so interesting.
I love that. What do you
Yes,
see?
yeah. Let us know. I'm really curious what you gathered from this conversation. On my end, there was so much inside of understanding humans on whole other levels, spiritual level, having that space for person to explore themselves not only cognitively but also through somatic work, through that inside, call it spiritual, whatever you believe in, but there's something more, something beyond the mind and body, something higher that guides us. And learning how Dr. Lee is able to elicit that exploration with different people were so inspirational. I love the many components of our conversations, and something really stayed with me, the idea that we are more than our minds and body, that doing the work that we do as therapists can be on so many different levels, where we're helping people not only understand their patterns, but also understand how we experience these patterns in every day of our life, and learning how to shift them through immersing ourselves in those states where what it's like to feel like yourself again. And sometimes it's really stepping away from traditional approach where we're just talking and exploring the same thing. Dream interpretation was such an interesting component. I don't think I ever heard of it utilizing in therapy. So as a tarot card reading, that confidence in Dr. Lee's to being so open to different modalities to create her own way of walking that path with your clients was truly something unique and moving for me. I'm really curious what it was like for you. Please feel free to share your comments and share what really stood out for you. And I hope to see you here again. Thank you for joining us today. If you can choose and share with me what's one of your interests. I know we have a lot of objects.
I have so many objects. What's one of my favorites?
I'm just gonna spin around to
I know.
show a little bit. And I made a mess here. Sorry. I'm gonna stuff it on.
I know when you leave, I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have shown this object. I want to show this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I love this plant and the plant holder. So this is a gift from one of my clients, the holder. This I purchased myself, a friendship. Sometimes it's called a friendship plant, sometimes it's called a money plant. But it really signifies love and abundance. I've also become a lot better at caring for plants. I have been known to kill them from neglect, not because I didn't love them. It just brings in life. It brings in life. And
lightness, that structure it has. You know that is one of my favorite plants. I just finally got it.
I didn't know.
You didn't know? Yep.
The beauty of the plant is it will sprout. And so a little sprout I gave to my daughter, and she has one in her bedroom, which looks different. Hers is like so much more close to the dirt, and it's more voluminous than mine. Mine is more of like it's shot up. And I think that's beautiful too. It's like it does depend on the nurturing you give it and the energy we give.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It was so much fun.